Ja, oké. Internetverbinding. Ja. So here we're at the Next Web 2010 in Amsterdam in the Westerpark, and we're talking to Boris. Boris, Trend Watcher of the Year. Congratulations.
No. Technology Trend Watcher of the Year, right?
Technology Trend Watcher of the Year, chosen by a very professional jury. So that is one recommendation of your services to the industry. Congratulations. Now we're here at the Next Web. It's the third day. It's slowly winding down. You are much more relaxed. How did it go? What's the difference compared to last year? What are the highlights?
Yeah, so it's in a way it's much more relaxed. I can tell that it's the fifth time, so we're sort of finally. I have a feeling that I know what I'm doing,
And the sound is better.
and the sound is very good this year. Yeah. So that's all good. But we had a lot of stress before the conference because of the volcano, and 80% of the speakers is not from Europe. So we were really stressing out. We thought, if we're going to have a 3-day conference with only 2 speakers, that's a lot of space to fill for me. So.
It would be fantastic to try out all these video conferencing tools, right? I mean, I did like 4 presentations abroad through video conferencing during the Ash Cloud Computing days.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true. But no, it's not the same. But we would have done that. But I think it would have been very stressful, right? Just setting that all up, and I mean, getting somebody's presentation started on time is one thing. But over time zones, having people everywhere over Skype, my God.
It would be, well, actually, video, VIDYO, is zero latency, perfect picture, multiple people in a room. You should check that out.
Okay.
Hey, okay, so you are relaxed because the speakers came. What are the themes this year? What are the things people are talking about in Next Web?
Yeah, so the real-time web is on everybody's lips, really. We're looking at that, and handhelds. The mobile, the future of mobile. And I don't like the term mobile. When you hear mobile, you think about a Nokia from 1999 or something. That's what my feeling with mobile is. But when you look at the iPad or just the other new developments towards tablets, then that's just so incredibly interesting. I just found out that, or I'm starting to find out that some of the apps on the iPad are better than the websites that they're built on. So if you go to the eBay website, it's kind of ugly, but the app is just beautiful, and the way you browse through the app. So I can sort of imagine
your design heart basically starts to.
But it's just, except design is just so much better experience to browse through, the items on the iPad than on the website. So I can imagine a lot of websites sort of slowly moving to tablet computing or just new interfaces, and that's just going to be another new wave of innovation, which is going to be.
So that basically was the Tuesday, right? Which was all about the mobile thing.
There was a lot of mobile there, yeah. But even here in the talks, you will hear recurring themes, and mobile is one.
Yeah, mobile.
Real-time web.
One thing which I thought was interesting: the 4-hour work week. Are the brand, the person as a brand, and you have been. You were one of the first to do that. To have a personal brand and everything you do and really think about it. That also came back a lot. Yeah.
Yes, it's true. I didn't recognize it as you do now, but you're right. I recognize it too now. Yeah.
So the branding, people as brand, but also what you have to deal with as a brand. That people hate you, and that people, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I remember when I went to art school, that there were a lot of people that liked me, but there was a lot larger group of people who really hated me. And I noticed it, and then somebody said, "Yeah, but that's always a good sign, right? If people hate you, but other people love you, that means you're doing something interesting." And that gave me a lot of rest. And we launched a new website design, and I looked at the comments when we launched it, and just 50% was it's the ugliest thing in the world, and so terrible, and you should switch it back, and those comments. And the other ones were, "Oh, it's so beautiful, and so." It's a great new design, and I'm totally relaxed with it.
So who was the guy who talked about it this morning about that subject, 4-hour work week?
Timothy Ferris. Yeah.
Was he one of the highlights of the conference, or what were your favorite speakers?
Yeah, I liked him very much. So what's strong in his story is that it's so personal, right? He really has a personal story. But I like the first speaker too. Yesterday morning, Robert Caillou. He was the co-inventor, co-developer of the World Wide Web, and he had a great story about how they got started, what their dreams were, how it changed since they started, and what he doesn't like and what he likes about it. And he basically said, you know, there's so much wrong about the web, and you're doing it. But he said it in a, like your father would say it, and you suddenly feel small and guilty, but in a nice way, right? Like only a father could. So,
so it's a European development. It's a European CERN, and this guy is very like the other guy, Sir Timers Lee.
Yeah.
He guy was one of the guys. How did it go money-wise? I mean, are we in a crisis, or is money flowing for sponsoring and like there's no tomorrow?
Yeah. So that's one thing we found out, that we're starting to get a strong brand. So we spoke to sponsors and they said, no, we're not doing any sponsoring this year, except, you know, 1 or 2 really good events, and your event is one of them. And that was just amazing for us, because we heard all the horror stories of companies saying, yeah, nobody's sponsoring anymore. And we thought, oh my God, you know, how's that going to affect us? And we never really focused on sponsoring. We always focused just on selling tickets and having great speakers. But actually we did more sponsoring than ever this year. And so for us, the crisis actually worked out better than expected. Yeah.
And the next web as a blog is also profitable. Eh? You have nice advertisement revenue coming out of it.
Yeah, we're of all the blogs in the world, 120 million blogs, we're at number 70. So the 70th blog in the world.
Is that then the biggest in Holland, or the biggest Dutch blog, if you can call it that?
I have no idea. I don't look at I don't keep the score that way, but.
Okay, Stels maybe still a little bigger.
Yeah, I have no idea what their numbers are, but it's getting bigger and more influential, which is really cool. Yeah.
I hear nice stories. Okay, good luck with the last couple of hours.
Thank you.
You can embed these.